It's amazing, isn't it? How often our best intentions end up backfiring? You know what I mean. You want to apologize to your spouse after an argument, but you say exactly the wrong thing, and the fight starts all over again. Or you pick up the latest diet book as a birthday gift for a good friend because she's been talking about losing a few pounds, and then she takes it the wrong way. That's what this session is all about. Making sure that with our children, what we do is what we mean to do. You've been talking about the importance of encouragement, but what we think should encourage our children often has the opposite effect or some other undesirable outcome. The reason is that usually we confuse encouragement with praise, and we have come to believe that emphasizing faults and defects will somehow help our children better themselves. Sometimes I have to think back to myself as a child to sort these things out.
Being on the receiving end of my own parents' attempts to encourage me makes things a little clearer. I can remember when I was in 4th grade, and my mother and father had just come back from an open house where they met my teacher and picked up folders of my work, which had a few weak spots in it.
Christopher, your father and I have been going over your schoolwork here.
Parents love to state the obvious.
Honey, it's not that you're doing a bad job in school. It's just that we all know you can do a lot better.
Who can't? But telling me I can do better never made me feel like doing better. In fact, I can remember feeling like I had failed. No encouragement so far, even though Mom was trying.
Let's get to the point. I've been looking at some of your geography quizzes here. 72 out of 100, a 76, an 84, and then a 68.
Yeah, I've had a little trouble with geography.
I should say. Now here's an 88. You should be working at this level all the time and higher. You're certainly smart enough.
Looking back on it, I know my dad was trying to encourage me. He thought that if he pointed out areas where I needed to improve, it would help me. Telling me I was smart meant to boost me up. But it didn't, and then somehow his criticism of my schoolwork turned really personal.
You must be goofing off or something.
I am not. I just don't get it sometimes. I'm sorry.
Now, dear, the teacher said he was a very well-behaved student in class, and in reading he's doing satisfactory work. In fact, he's in the top reading group. I'm so proud of you, Chris. You make me very happy when you do well like that.
I guess I like making Mom happy. But is that what it's all about? Am I going to grow up doing things to make other people happy? Am I going to learn to do a good job at something because it makes me feel good? Now that would be encouragement.
What's this stuff?
Parents love to question the obvious. That's my art folder. It's nothing. It's not very good.
Well, I wouldn't worry about it. Art's not very important anyway.
It was important to me.
Oh, honey, I think these drawings are very sweet.
But the people don't look real.
Well, they look real to me. Each one is so interesting.
You really think they're good?
I certainly do, sweetheart. You worked so hard on them. And I know you'll get better and better, too, as you go along.
I was looking for praise, and I trapped Mom into giving it to me. Mom wanted to encourage me, but I knew that she just liked the stuff because she was my mom, not because it was good. And there she was again, telling me how happy I was making her.
Well, it's getting close to supper time.
Oh, I better get some food going here. I'm happy you're doing well, dear, in some of these areas.
So I guess you'll have to buckle down now and try to get those scores up, right?
Right. Amazing, isn't it? How often our best intentions end up backfiring. Instead of feeling encouraged, I feel more discouraged than before. And how about some of the other good things I've done in school? Nobody mentioned them.
It's time to talk about what my mom and dad tried to do and what effect it really had. In other words, what happens when you praise or criticize? And how do these things differ from real encouragement? After your discussion, Come back and we'll give my mom and dad a second chance, okay? If the goal is encouragement, then we need to start by not discouraging our children and learn to distinguish praise from encouraging remarks. Let's see if Mom and Dad can talk to me about their school conference in a way that genuinely encourages.
Christopher, your father and I have been going over your schoolwork here.
Well, they still love to state the obvious.
I wanted you to know that your teacher had a lot of good things to say about you. He said you were a real asset to the class.
I was just looking over some of your geography quizzes here.
Yeah, I'm having a little trouble in geography.
Well, how do you feel about this one? 88 out of 100.
I hadn't really thought about it before, but I did feel pretty good about that 88, and I like that feeling. I can't understand why I can't do better more often.
I've got confidence in you. You'll figure it out.
When he said that, I thought to myself, yeah, I can figure it out. If he's got confidence in me, I should have confidence in myself.
How do you feel about math?
Pretty good. That's one of my best subjects.
I know. It's fun, isn't it, when you're good at something?
Yeah, I'm pretty good in science, too, but I'm not so great at American history. I've been doing lousy even after that history project.
Oh, that's the one where you made the toys from colonial times?
Yeah.
Oh, I know you worked really hard on that project.
What's this stuff?
Oh, that's my art folder. We were doing portraits of different people and stuff. You know, it's not very good
Why do you say that?
because they don't look real.
Well, they certainly look interesting. Each one kind of has its own personality. You see what I mean? This one, the boy, he looks mischievous. And the woman looks kind of zany. It's almost like a comic book. Have you ever tried drawing a cartoon?
Yeah, I like drawing the eyes like on this mean kid.
Oh, I wouldn't trust him anywhere.
Yeah. Looking back on it, that's the way I wish my mom and dad had handled it. Because right now, I feel encouraged. I feel like I can do even better.
Of course, I can't go home again. But that's all right. I know my parents were doing the best they knew how back then. For those of us who are parents now, let's think about what changed in this fantasy of mine. Talk about what Mom and Dad did differently this time, and how it changed the way I felt.